One of these days I'll remember to do a thing. You know what? Since that was only a half hour, we'll do this one next, because this one probably is going to be a half-hour one as well, potentially. We will do this next, yes. I didn't have a particular order in mind for any of these today, because I kind of threw this together at the last minute, because I was very distracted today with, well, basically a lot of social interaction rather than anything else. Which, you know, not inherently a bad thing, but it also makes it complicated to get anything else done when you're very distracted. Go grab the store page for this one. I could have run an ad, but honestly, it doesn't take long to get this done. So, I'm not going to put y'all through that needlessly today. Because it didn't really seem to do that much for anybody when I did it before. So I'm just going to kind of just roll forward. But yeah, this is To Kill a God. This is an interesting one, specifically for something that we'll see here in a minute. But you know how games have like these really big skill trees these days and all kinds of crazy stuff going on and all that? Well, let's just say that's relevant to how this game works. Okay, it's your typical like top-down roguelite. What if I told you your skill tree was the game's map? And you follow all the nodes in the skill tree around to determine where you're going in the game. Like, every single one of these nodes is a combat area, or an event, or what have you. It seems like it's mostly combat areas from what I've seen in testing this. But yeah, that's what got my attention. It's like, this is an interesting take. I've not seen this done before. This is a new one. Exactly. It really is a neat one. We get to pick from 4 starting skills: Bane of the Abyss, Explosive Shot, Lightning Burst, and Dragon Roar. When I was doing my testing, I used Dragon Roar, and it isn't as exciting as it sounds. It's pretty effective, but it's not very exciting. I'm gonna give Explosive Shot a try this time. Bear in mind, there's also these effects down here. Entering this room will give all enemies 3% increased accuracy. And you can only enter a room if you match the requirements to use the thing you're getting to, which is a fascinating concept. But right now, all we can do is move and shoot and dodge. We also have a potion of both flavors over there, but we'll worry about that later. And that's room 1 done. We now have Explosive Shot, which we use with our middle mouse. And now we can go to either of these nodes here, which award us with items and passives. But also, of course, reward the enemies with things too. In this case, they both give them poison resist, but what's connected to the area around us here? We got a passive offense node. Yeah, let's go this way so we can grab the offense node and see what that skill enhancer offers us. And then we can also head over to Piercing Shot as well. Like, it's actually kind of a neat idea in that it brings the skill tree management and the map management together in one, streamlining the experience a bit. But also giving an extra layer to the decisions you have to make in that regard. Like, it's a fascinating concept. The gameplay itself is currently a little basic, and that's the worst thing I can say about this right now. Requires level 4, 32 dex. I like this, the little bit right under the requirement telling you exactly how much you're short by, too. That's actually very nice. And I think I might grab it even though we can't use it yet, because we'll be able to use it soon. And we also need to pick one of these 3 passives, which at the moment, I'll take the intelligence increase, I think. And we have 10 points available, so we can grab the dexterity we needed for the bow. And then spend some of our points elsewhere. Probably in intelligence at the moment. Yeah, there we go. Like, there is all kinds of stats in this, too. It shows you a lot of information. And as you can see, full usual equipment set, bunch of space for skills. Like, this has potential to be a super detailed and interesting game. And that's how it made it on the list today. Let's go ahead and grab us that offense node. See how this fight plays out. We're being fired upon immediately. Joke's on you, though. I understand the power of move and shoot. You only understand shoot. For all that that's an explosive shot, it really doesn't explode that much. I will say I can just kind of spam it, though, until I run out of mana. Grab these things. Do let me know if the audio balance is good, by the way, because it sounds okay in my ears, except when the explosions happen and the stages end. Oh, wow, those guys do a lot of damage. Okay, so don't stand in bad. Understood. Yeah, it's just right there. I only noticed when I went to fire a shot and nothing happened for a second. I'm like, oh, right, mana. That's a concept. Okay, good. I'm glad it's balanced well enough. Ooh, 5% physical damage gained is poison damage. I presume that means I deal it as poison damage. At which case, we should take the increased poison damage and scale those together. Because we don't really have a way of dealing lightning damage, or I'd go for that. This is not a bad idea either, but I don't know what frenzy charges are, and I don't think I have any. So we'll try to, like, scale into poison. That might be fun. We can also now use Fancy Bow. So we will, of course, use Fancy Bow. Oh yeah, most of our damage is going to be fire now. So actually, this was a terrible idea. Whoopsie. That's fine. We will burn our enemies. This solves problems just fine. And it looks like I can, like, slot the... Oh, no, these are currency, it looks like. Because you notice there's a green price on that one. Okay, I think I'm starting to wrap my head around that. Oh, I think if I had other skills, I could combine them together to buff one skill. Okay, so we can't actually do anything with him. Wait. Ah, okay. And you'll notice you can actually go to anywhere that's connected with where you've been. You don't have to follow the line you're on. Just anything that's connected to where you've been is still valid. Which is really nice, because that gives you the opportunity to backtrack. And I'm assuming you basically just have a time limit, considering we've seen the boss icon sliding to the left here. Why do I have 5 points available? Game, are you lying to me? Or is there another place to put points that I'm not aware of? It might also be slightly buggy. Uncertain. Thing be weird. What's actually out here? Burning Arrow. Banisher. Ooh, big blade off of a dash. That does sound fun. Interesting that oh, we probably need both the connecting nodes to go there. As you would on a skill tree. So let's go this way so we can go grab Piercing Shot. Because that seems like a good idea. Yeah, now we're dealing 3 flavors of damage at a time. So that should be good if we encounter anything with any resistances. Which it seems like there's the potential for things to gain resistances. Ooh, health gained on kill, you say? I'll grab that for the moment, and we can grab the 3% strength increase and probably get close to what we need. Or not. I guess 3% of 15 really didn't do anything. Now, yeah, you can see that it actually didn't increase it at all. But if I put our 5 points in, we get the 1 extra point and it still works itself out. Since we aren't really getting anything out of the slight bit of poison damage at the moment, I am going to go ahead and trade for the health on kill. For the time being. We could always switch it back later. But considering the amount of damage we've taken, and the fact that I don't really want to be burning all of my healing items, gaining health every time we kill something seems like a good idea. Especially when they're sending that many enemies after me now. Basically just sending me all this health to use. I really mistimed that one, but it's fine. We came out of that with a bonus to health rather than a loss, so I'll take that. Considering our damage converts from physical into fire, increased physical will be fine. Give me that move speed, honestly. This would be nice because I could enhance my explosive shot with that, but I'm more interested in things that keep me currently alive. I am interested in chain lightning, but we're too dumb for it right now. So we'll just keep that accessible and come back for that later when we have enough intelligence for it. Me no know how to send out lightning bolt from hand. I just make my arm tingly. I do presume that I need to pick up everything in order for me to actually get the things that drop. Let's go grab this before we leave. There we go. I was making a joke about a character not having enough intelligence to do something. So it was meant to be no, and then, you know, it all fell apart from there. But welcome in, Spooky. I mean, it might be ABC, I don't know. I didn't look for it. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take the skill enhancement this time, and always good to have some fire damage. Oh yeah, I don't have enough dexterity to go in there. Good thing I have points to spend. There we go. Now I should be allowed in that room. Yeah. Gonna be like, keep away for a moment and keep exploding everything. It's kind of surprising that our default attack in this game is shooting, considering. But I'm assuming later on they get a lot more likely to have ranged attacks, which will balance out the fact that we have default range. We could get a defensive node there. I am interested in the skill crafter because we do have these shards. I could see a trick here where we enhance like piercing shot with on kill, and then we get even more piercing shots. But it would only be able to trigger it would have decreased damage too, though. Something to think about. Like, I'm absolutely gonna try to break things here, as I do. I don't know where these ice bottles are coming from, but I feel like I don't want to be anywhere near them. It's a really good time to have health on kill right about now, considering the amount of shots coming my way. A misstep will be painful. Oh, you're where the ice bottles are coming from. Perish, demon. I do not like you being able to try to freeze me. Didn't really intend to split him in half with an arrow, but, well, you know. That's how you get the job done sometimes. I wonder how these... Oh yeah, I guess these potions would take up these other 2 slots. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think we have a helmet yet, do we? No, we don't. So sure, we'll take the helmet just so we have a helmet. And we'll take the accuracy because we did miss that enemy a moment ago, and that leaves me kind of concerned. There we go. We'll keep a dexterity focus, but have a splash of intelligence in there, and raise our strength only when we need it for something. Just gotta keep playing keep away until I clear out the rampaging horde of melee boys. There we go. Thank you for all of the shards. We're already wearing good armor. Ooh, 100% increased area effect. I'm not too concerned about losing damage if I can put that area effect on our...
Kill them all.
Our explosive shot. And you're a little late there, ABC, but good try. Everything is already dead. Let's go ahead and take the increased max health and the max mana. I blame stream delay. Because you do seem to have a hefty bit of delay sometimes. We could grab Arrow Barrage. Arrow Barrage does seem like a good idea. I do like that they just give you a ton of recipes you can figure out. Of course. Yeah, I think we'll grab Arrow Barrage just so we get to see what that looks like. Because Triple Shot I don't think will be that exciting. Phantom Bow could be fun. Rift Blaster. Nah, that's short range. And there seems to be variations as well, because there's Magic Bane of the Abyss down here. Any additional arrows are shot one after the other in sequence. So what I'm hearing is I can have even more arrows. And that will do very silly things, and I'm so here for it. There we go. We now have a new skill. So now we've got a full set of skills, unless I want to replace one of my things, which I think I do, because I don't need 2 basic attack spots. There we go. It's kind of silly to have 2 buttons that do the same attack on the exact same cooldown. Would not make much sense now, would it? Admittedly, I probably should have put something like Piercing Shot on that spot instead. Okay, I think I need to go see the skill enhancer now, because this way we can put the enhanced explosive shot on. There we go. Doesn't seem like items despawn, or at least none of these rooms have lasted long enough for them to be a problem there yet. Physical damage is fire, cold, and lightning, but deals less damage. That could be interesting. We'll grab that for the moment. It may get a little weird with the other effects we have going on right now. Passive node utility. Huh. Interesting. We still don't have enough intelligence to get chain lightning. But I could get smart enough to get chain lightning. So there we go. Let's go ahead and grab that while I'm thinking of it. Oh no, now we are too far. There is actually a range limit, I guess. And you can't go back. Okay, so there is actually a limitation there then. Okay. Except, no, because I can go there. Why is this too far? But that isn't. Oh. His basic passive nodes, I think, only go the way you went. And these crossroad ones can keep going in any direction. This isn't committed to a path yet. So I think we might be able to go like this and get back there. If I really want chain lightning that badly. You know, for sake of testing, let's try that. If nothing else, we'll know how it works. Because I think we're decently well off at the moment in general. Plus or minus the amount of arrows being fired at us constantly. Yeah, having our bow turning our shots into fire with piercing shot is kind of ridiculous. Just set the whole room on fire. Yeah, I really probably should switch piercing shot to be my right click skill, because that is way more effective. I don't think I have any gloves yet, but I also don't have a belt. The mana regen would be nice, but I'm too dumb for it. We'll take the increased cold damage for if I do take that three-way stat thing that we saw. We did just spend a bunch of points in intelligence, so we'll raise our dexterity some more. It's a real shame we have nothing boosting our dexterity when our dexterity is our highest stat, but it's fine. We could grab and throw daggers. Nah. We will commit to the plan. I also forgot to switch the skills again, but it's fine. I'll probably be thankful that I have that multi-shot when I have a target that takes more than a hit or two. Kind of like that guy. He's a great one to shoot 5 arrows at. You know, when I don't aim incorrectly. There we go. Nom 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 nom. Give me all the shards. There we go. Bleed chance and increased physical damage could be great. But we don't have an amulet yet. Yes to increased attack speed. Yes, please. Okay, so we need rings. I'm guessing a trinket of some kind and a belt and potions. Let's not leave our strength completely in the dust, since that seems to affect health. That might not be a bad idea to keep some energy in. And apparently there's a boss node somewhere. Oh yeah, he's over there. Face a demigod and test your might. We do have a path that can take us there. It's just gonna take a few turns. And I don't know if that's the same as the boss aggro up there. Is that I would presume that you're basically being given a choice between going and actively fighting the boss early by actively going to the Guardian node, or you wait it out and they attack you themselves. And you might, like, get a buff when you attack them early or something. I can see that being true. I don't know, though. Wow, there sure is a lot of you, huh? This could be bad for me, especially considering I seem to be running into a corner. On the bright side, they all have to funnel in where my piercing shots will do horrible things to them. I don't know what this eye symbol means. Considering there's a special... I think it means I'm being targeted by the fancy archer back there. So let's do something about that. There we go. Nice and easy. Anything I leave behind? No. Anything I left behind over here from collateral damage? Nope. Take the ring. 9% critical hit chance isn't bad. Arguably, I should take the dexterity. Also, you can skip getting all these items and rest. And refill all your stuff. Which is very nice of them. I say as I completely ignore that concept. Let's go snag us chain lightning. This way we keep our options a little varied. Just in case. Rotating through the skills. The audio had a bit of a moment there because I think a lot of things all happened at once. And there we go. Nice and easy. And now we have chain lightning, which we will go ahead and put in the Q slot. And now, since I remembered to do that, I will go ahead and remember to do this. I don't really use explosive shot that much anymore. Yeah, it's fine. We'll leave it alone. And we'll start making our way toward the boss. Because I'm curious to see if that's a separate boss or if that's fighting the boss early. Because I feel like we're strong enough to fight a boss, but I don't know how strong the bosses in this game are, so this might be a mistake. But that's what these tests are for. You gotta find out if you're strong enough or not. Even if it more than likely will cost me this run. Nice, easy, done. That is a good attack speed increase. And our current gloves don't do a ton for us because the only spell damage we technically have is the chain lightning I went and picked up. Remember how it said when we were switching these that this was probably be the other half-hour game and we're already halfway where we're in? Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about. Sometimes I feel like I'm just making things up. Ooh. Chain damage could be neat. I'm not strong enough for the Ring of Fire. I really should have considered that. I'm gonna take the gloves even if I may or may not use them. I may also just switch between the two. Like right now, I think I'd be better off switching to the attack speed gloves. But if we get something else in the same vein as chain lightning at some point, switching would be a wise idea. In worst case, we might be able to sell things somewhere, since things do seem to have a value to them. Oh wow, that hurt a lot. I think we found danger. I think we found the first thing I might actually be able to consider a threat around here. The big guy over there with the real big sword. Who also doesn't seem to give a damn about the damage we're doing. I might have some regrets. Thankfully, he's got a really big, obvious broadcasted attack, so... Then again, all the regular enemies are getting more durable too, so we may have just hit a scaling moment in this game. Let's get rid of the archer before we worry about anything else. There we go. Now I can more readily focus on dealing with the big guy without having to dodge shots constantly. Because I can just do that. There we go. Nice, easy, and done. Lots of shards. Ooh. All active skills are enhanced by added projectiles enhancement. So what you're saying is my piercing shot will fire more shots. But also fancy shoes. I think I'm grabbing the bow, even though I can't quite use it right now. And I think I'll take the increased move speed. Let's go ahead and get the strength we need for that bow, and then we'll sort out the dexterity soon, TM. I didn't technically have to spend as many points of strength as I did there, but I'm one, kind of edging my bets on that, and two, I figure it makes more sense to round off the numbers. Partially for my brain, and partially for the fact that we get percentage bonuses, so it will hopefully cause it to round up certain numbers, is the idea. Whether the idea will work or not is a whole other question. Spectral shot. Fires several fire specters that move randomly, piercing all enemies. Well, that sounds neat. We are moving along the map pretty well. We are going faster now. Ooh, and I'm gonna need to go fast dealing with that guy. I don't like the looks of all that electricity he's throwing around. In fact, here, have some back. These fights are definitely getting more complicated. It's like we got a bunch of lightning orbs flying around. Oh yeah. And no, I'm going to read the text because I need to know what I'm picking. Look, if you'd said that at the beginning, I would have considered it, but at this point, things are getting a little too dangerous to blind pick. Featherfall. Ooh, and we do use Arrow Barrage. Give. I'm assuming that's my... Yeah, that's a relic, so that goes in that trinket slot I was looking at. We're primarily doing fire damage, so we'll take the fire damage. I just need a little bit more dexterity. Soon. We have... We technically have just enough nodes, I think. So we'll go this way first. Because we gain a level each node, it seems. So in 2 nodes, we'll have all the dexterity we need to use all of our better stuff. And then we'll go fight the boss and see how it goes. Oh, now we got enemies that explode. Not a big fan of that. Things are dangerous enough already. I don't need them exploding. I mean, there's 1,000 things that sound like this. Same with that. It's not exactly a unique sound. That's fair. missed me. Perish. There we go. Did anybody else drop anything? I think we cleaned up everything as we were going. Yeah. Very good. And away we go. Ring of the Attacker seems exactly up my alley, but we can't use it. We actually can't use any of these things. I'll go ahead and grab the Ring of the Attacker for now. Actually, we don't have a belt either. That gets us enough for Featherfall. Yeah, no, that takes way too much strength, though. It takes 55. But now we have this, which makes our arrow barrage way better. And 3 more dexterity, we'll have a better bow. We are going to lose all that fire damage, which is unfortunate. Unless I go grab Spectral Shot, which would probably replace our Explosive Shot. Yeah, it's a mix of dex and int, so it's useful. Yeah, we'll go ahead and grab this. And then we'll go grab the other nodes along the way. Because as far as I can tell, this game's kind of a risk-reward between staying and grabbing a lot of nodes and getting to the boss before things scale too hard. Because it seems like each node is making everything scale harder. And I've just turned this bow into a machine gun. There we go. So yeah, we'll probably replace Explosive Shot with that. Because Explosive Shot really just doesn't do anything for me anymore. There's Frost Arrow over there. There's also the Skill Crafter we could hit up. I would love to get to a Skill Enhancer as well, but I really shouldn't stick around too long. Is boss aggro. Now, let's just go for it. If we're still on this map after... Well, that was abrupt. I took one bad step and died instantly. God damn. So all of that planning went out the window. Can't say I'm surprised by that one. We'll pop our head back in for just a little bit longer. I literally died in 2 hits, because I had most of my health still. I got tagged by one thing, dodged away into a swing, and then dead. So that's a little bit concerning with this game, that death is that abrupt. It looks like we can, like, buy things, though presumably we would have had to have either... Oh, you know what it probably is? I'm betting if we beat that boss, we probably would have taken everything we had with us out of there. And we could have bought things and sold things here. But since we died, we get nothing. Which kind of tracks with the risk-reward theory I was going off of. So where's the boss this time? Over there. Okay, I think I'm actually going to focus on heading towards the boss so we get to see it. Though, I'm not sure I want Bane of the Abyss. You know what? Sure, we'll try it. Why not? And it'll put us on kind of like a strength dex setup instead of a dex intelligence. I don't think we can really avoid having dexterity considering our weapon's a bow. And we can scoop up Spectral Shot again. Which that admittedly would start leaning me a little more intelligence, actually. And it's also kind of a dead end over there anyway. Kind of actually need to go down this direction or over here. Over here is kind of the long way to the boss. There's not that many nodes, but it extends really far. And I'm not 100% sure if it's a good idea to go after the boss with, like, absolutely no skills. So we'll go this way. This way we can grab Phantom Bow. Oh, but that, again, is going to require intelligence, and a lot of it. I think we might not have a choice but to go this way. Unless I start scaling intelligence, like, right now. Then again, I can just go around that node, too. Yeah, we'll just go around that node. It'll be fine. This just in, it probably isn't fine. It is a real shame that we died before we could see what that projectile enhancing bow was gonna do for us, though. You know, other than the obvious, it was gonna give me more projectiles, it would have just been really fun having a bow that just shoots so many more arrows. Getting a better bow is a good idea. Enhanced move speed's a good idea. So we'll boost our dex for now, just so we can get the bow. Because 10 more DPS is impossible to argue with. Here you go, enjoy the Ring of Pain while I deal with your friends. Well, we have to take this because these are all intelligence items, and we can wear this right now, so... Attack speed. And since we didn't have anything in that slot, it'll have auto-equipped it, so I don't need to worry about that. It's a little weird that the pop-up for those keeps showing up down there, but I think it's the only place they had space for it with how things on the screen were. I mean, I'm forced to stand still by my attacks, so that might not be the worst idea, and we'll take some energy shield just in case we actually get things that give us that. Distant echo lingers in the air. Okay. Presumably that's text based on the boss aggro going up. Yeah, we'll boost our strength. How many? We don't really have a lot of shards yet. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna screw around a little bit over here. We might actually go grab Frost Arrow. Just so we have another skill. And then we'll swing around to the skill crafter, because by then we should have enough shards to actually make use of that. I know I was gonna kind of beeline the boss, but beelining it straight away is not a good idea, so we're gonna grab a bit before we get there. Besides, look at how many more shards are dropping now. This is why I'm like, no, waiting at least a room or two is gonna be a better idea. This way we actually have something to use at the crafter and we're not just running through there for no good reason. We already have gloves, but we already have a better bow and we can't wear that armor. Chance to bleed when dealing physical is not bad. Then again, this does chance to burn when dealing fire. We don't have, so no, I do want the other gloves. At least for the time being. We lose the increased attack damage, but we attack faster. I think that'll be fine. Also, I just considered this concept. I can throw multiple of those giant spinning death wheels. I really should just, you know, litter the room with those right at the gate, right out the gate, shouldn't I? They cost me the majority of my mana, but that's fine. It costs them the majority of their life. And it goes where my cursor is, so I can just kind of park it on things. We just need one level for the leather belt, so I'm gonna grab that and we can put that on after the next room. And we'll take the crit chance because 9% is nothing to sneeze at. I almost ran off without spending our points. There we go. Anyway, just leave that with him. He can enjoy that. I mean, I could definitely see there being a way where you could probably do like a completely skillless run, just like only bow, and arrow, no abilities. Oh god, you can click out of the window. Yikes, that was almost bad. That could have been disastrous. I need to make sure I didn't break anything when I did that. Hang on. Nope, that all seems fine. Everything seems okay. Capture's okay. Okay. Everything seems fine when I clicked out of the window. I wanted to make sure I didn't click on anything. But it looks like everything is okay. There we go. Now we have ice arrows. Oh, I'm gonna have to actually go all the way around because I forgot that that's not a crossroad. Well, that gives us a guaranteed timer there then. We will go that whole loop. Wait. Oh, yeah, that's right. The boss was over there the whole time. For some reason, brain forgot that the boss was over there in this reality, and I was still operating under the, oh yeah, he's over here, thought for a moment there. Way to go, brain. Good job. Seems like you can't, like, completely remove a skill from a slot. That would be a good thing for them to add. So many enemies. So many less enemies. There we go. Take boots because we don't have boots yet. Take increased dexterity. I'm gonna start speeding this up a little bit because we got other demos to get to. I didn't mean to drink the mana potion as well as the healing, but that's fine. It's kind of a rough adjustment not having the heal on kill anymore. You can tell I got very used to having it because I fight kind of recklessly. Just firing wildly. That is definitely a better bow. It's not an impressive better bow, but it's a better bow. Yeah. Arguably I could have rested there, but why would I do a fool thing like that? Let's go ahead and buff our damage. Yeah, we just need one level for the bow now. Oh, I did have boots, and I'm an idiot. It's fine, these boots will serve me better anyway, because the move speed will be better than the stationary armor at this point. Because with this many projectiles and such flying around, I don't think I can get away with standing there and taking hits. Oh, okay, I should actually be more actively using my mana potion as well. All those little blue dots you see flying to me from the enemies is filling my mana potion. I think your mana potion might be kind of like a mana overflow place, basically. Like any mana that doesn't fit in your mana bar goes in there or something like that. So that's actually really handy. Already have both of these. Guess I'll take this then. And we'll go ahead and grab that. Now we go to the skill crafter. What do I want, though, is the better question. I don't want to sit here and think about this for too long, but I do need to think about this for a second. Yeah, sure, we'll try lightning burst. It doesn't seem like there's that many things that are super based on strength in here. Which is why I realized, like, you know, maybe this wasn't the best idea I've ever had, but it's fine. But that will probably be better than Frost Arrow. But we'll keep Frost Arrow over there. Okay. Onward. This is probably going to go slightly over time just because of caution. That is, of course, if I don't just die before I get to the boss again. But I do want to get to see a boss fight if I can. But some of these fights are getting real ugly again, so it might not work out. Especially with situations like this bunch of bastards hanging out here. The amount of missing we're doing, despite me having raised our accuracy, is upsetting. And I don't mean me physically missing with the arrows, I mean the mistext I see popping up. Is me physically missing, I understand. I understand that I fucked up. You know. That might be better than the armor we have. No, yeah, it's better than the not armor we have. That is true. I'm jumbling last run and this run right now, and that's making this complicated. Let this show, though, that this game does compel you to do, like, one more room, one more run. So it's succeeding in that regard. I don't know how long this will last. It really depends on how many more skills they add. Because if there's any flaw that this has, it is the fact that it only has so many skills at the moment. At least to my eyes. And it seems like some of these exotic bows are consistent in what they are and what they do. Actually, I probably should stick to the Serona Rosewood. Because the enemies exploding and doing fire damage and everything's great, but this does way more damage. And we don't really have a setup that thrives on fire. Yeah, we have a lot of nodes before we get to the boss still. Ugh. I think I fucked up. that bow upgrade, though. Bow upgrade was a good choice. Especially since our little saw blade thing is based on our damage output. So, it's way stronger now. I don't really like the kind of blurriness that's happening because we're getting to low health. I disagree with that. I mean, I know I keep waffling our gloves back and forth, but that's a better one. 25% increased intelligence, though. No. Fucked up my stats a little bit, but that's fine. Onward. You were replying and I wasn't gonna get involved in that. I figured that was between the two of you at that point. And, you know, a little occupied, as it turns out. Trying not to die. You can't even spell it right, ABC, so I don't even know if you know what you're talking about. Yeah, and that's kind of important to pay attention to now, isn't it? Especially since I don't have any healing left. I'm trying to get them gathered up before I start attacking so I don't get caught. The stupid attack there. Ew, that arrow was uncomfortably close. There we go. One archer down. Another one. And another one. I think all but the thrower is dead. And now the thrower is dead. There's that projectile boosting bow we were looking at before. So let's grab that. Grab the dexterity boost and see if we can actually get that in my hands before we get there. We just need 4 dexterity for it. How strong is it in general? Yeah, it's stronger too. Okay, good. We need to go this way. Like, I'm going as fast as I can. Yes, yes.
Well, he's dead. Real shame. He will be missed.
I disagree with that death. I dashed before the explosion happened and it counted anyway. And you jumped the gun just a hair there, Snork. Hello. But I also will say I got robbed on that one. Because I genuinely was mid-dash when I died. So either they need to check how that works, or I have less iframes on that dash than I thought. But that works out nicely time-wise. Because we